We're also getting some breaking news from the campaign trail. Our Major Garrett has that story. Major.
So Bernie Sanders, the Vermont senator and longtime rival of Hillary Clinton, who has been working through the process of being willing to endorse Hillary Clinton as the prospective Democratic nominee, will in fact do so next Tuesday, in all likelihood in New Hampshire. This confirmed through sources close to the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee. And the Democratic National Committee and the Hillary Clinton campaign have been working on this assiduously for the last several weeks. And there was a significant development earlier this week when Hillary Clinton expanded her efforts to make college tuition affordable almost universally in America, something that Bernie Sanders had made one of the keystones of his campaign for the White House and the Democratic nomination. And other negotiations between the two camps have brought them together to the point where there is now planning for this event. New Hampshire is the likely location on Tuesday, though I'm told there is some effort to poll test Vermont to see if that works better. But for all sorts of historic and swing state reasons, New Hampshire looks to be a more likely location for this unity appearance by Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Why? Because Hillary Clinton and her husband, former President Bill Clinton, have a long-standing love affair politically with New Hampshire. It's an important swing state, and it's less important in the larger electoral map than Vermont is. So New Hampshire looks to be like the most likely location for this effort. And of course, one other thing about New Hampshire that argues in its favor, this is where Hillary Clinton and then Senator Barack Obama had a unity presentation during the 2008 campaign, when Hillary Clinton campaigned with then Senator Barack Obama for the first time. So for all those reasons, New Hampshire looks to be the most likely venue for this event on Tuesday. And the strategy behind it is not just to unify the party, to make it clear beyond a shadow of a doubt that Hillary Clinton will be the nominee, but also to build momentum for Democrats as they approach their convention, as Donald Trump tries to build momentum for his convention, which will occur the week after this event and a week before the Democratic National Convention. So it is a bit of planning on the Democrat side to get some early momentum early next week, with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders campaigning together to try to take away some of the enthusiasm Donald Trump hopes to generate later next week by announcing his running mate and preparing for his convention in Cleveland. Rena?
Major, got to ask you, what took Bernie Sanders so long?
A process of going through not just the disappointment of not securing the nomination. He won a good number of contests against Hillary Clinton, but Hillary Clinton won far more and had more delegates, both pledged delegates and super delegates. And Bernie Sanders wanted to try to do the best he could on behalf of the agenda that he ran on to get some of that reflected in the Democratic National Committee platform and reflected in the agenda of Hillary Clinton. And in the case of college tuition, he largely succeeded. And he couldn't get everything he wanted, but he got more than he would have had he endorsed immediately. And this is a process that everyone who loses in a hard-fought campaign has to go through. Hillary Clinton endorsed Barack Obama in 2008 much more rapidly, did not really seek policy concessions in the way that Bernie Sanders did. Bernie Sanders sought some, got a few, and decided he had made the most of that effort. And he was also beginning to pick up through various Democratic channels, many of them private, but some of them public, that those in his party were getting, or those in the Democratic Party, it's probably not right to call the Democratic Party Bernie Sanders' party, because he has been for all of his political career an independent. He only in this campaign ran as a Democrat, but he was getting word from Democrats that this process was taking too long. It was in a small way sapping strength from Hillary Clinton that she would rather have and needs to have up against Donald Trump, and that if Bernie Sanders was serious in his repeated pledges that he would do everything in his power to defeat Donald Trump, then he needed to get on board with Hillary Clinton to make that unity pledge obvious and get about the business of pulling all Democrats together to oppose Donald Trump. That will begin in earnest next week, in all likelihood, in New Hampshire.
Okay, the big headline from Major Garrett reporting that Sanders will endorse Hillary Clinton on Tuesday. Major, thank you for that report.
Sure.